The most vile. Commentator Dan Wootton brutal knockdown at Meghan's remarks in new interview. Meghan Markle's comments in a new interview show she is throwing out any pretense of royal neutrality, according to a commentator. Commentator Dan Wootton hit out at the Duchess of Sussex in the wake of her interview focused on the precedent-toppling decision by the US Supreme Court on reproductive rights. Meghan, he claimed, dreams of running for office and has officially ditched the political neutrality senior royals are required to maintain while discussing the ripple effect elections can have on society. Quoting the Duchess interview, Mr Wootton wrote in an opinion piece for Meghan recalled the presidential election was coming up soon and we both knew the value of women and everyone getting out to vote. The ripple effect of elections matters so much, and that's what we're seeing now, unfortunately. As you can tell from that quote, the interview itself marks a significant upping of Meghan's political rhetoric, throwing out any pretense of royal neutrality and coming closer to a formal endorsement of the Democrats. Meghan joined a conversation with fellow feminist Gloria Steinem and journalist Jessica Yellin on June 26, 2 days after the US Supreme Court overturned the Roe v. Wade ruling which had granted since 1973 the right for people to have abortions across the 50 states. Their wide-ranging discussion was published as an interview by Vogue earlier this week, and included references to the Duchess and Ms Steinem's first collaboration in the summer of 2020. Ahead of the presidential elections in November that year, the pair joined forces, as noted in the quote reported by Mr Wootton, to shine a light on the importance to cast the ballot. The Vogue interview also revealed the two prominent feminists have been formulating a plan to get the Equal Rights Amendment, ERA, which would guarantee equal legal rights for all American citizens regardless of sex, ratified. While discussing the possible ramifications of the abolition of the Roe v. Wade ruling in the US, Meghan urged Americans to channel fear into action and get out to vote in the midterms, taking place in a few months. Referring to the concurring opinion of one of the Supreme Court members in favor of the abolition of the 1973 ruling, Justice Clarence Thomas, she said, "This is a blueprint for reversing rights." Meghan Markle has described how she and Prince Harry had a guttural reaction to the abortion laws in the US being overturned. The country's Supreme Court ruled that abortion is not protected under the Constitution, meaning individual states now have the power to regulate the procedure themselves. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have set up home in California after stepping down as working royals in 2020 and leaving the UK. Mum of two Meghan, 40, said there is a sentiment of despair among many women at the ruling. However, she said they cannot give up. She was speaking on Sunday, 2 days after America's highest court overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade ruling that made abortion legal. Terminations will be almost instantly banned in 13 US states, it has been claimed. It is now understood 26 states in total are either eventually certain or likely to make moves to ban abortion outright. The decision has been described as a constitutional earthquake that will reverberate across America for years to come. Abortion access is expected to be cut off for about 36 million women of reproductive age. Dozens of demonstrators this week gathered outside the US Embassy in London to protest against the decision to scrap constitutional right to abortion. Meghan was speaking to Jessica Yellin and Gloria Steinem, both renowned feminists, during an interview for Vogue. Harry's reaction last week was guttural, like mine. I know that for so many women right now, there is a sentiment of despair. But again, we have to band together and not wallow. We have to do the work. Meghan and Ms Yellin have been friends for a couple of years and are currently formulating a plan to get the Equal Rights Amendment ratified and to get the Equal